Ooh, I saw somebody gave me a message already. What was that? Welcome to Life Show. That's what it is. Brenda, hi. So, hi, I found these old glasses in my drawer. I thought they didn't work anymore. My eyes are getting all screwed up. I don't know what's going on. But it doesn't matter. We're live and well, and it's sort of a little fallish today in Washington. I'm down at the, by the Vietnam Memorials. I don't know if you can see in the background there. There's a guy blowing the saxophone, which is awfully nice to hear. I mean, music is just incredible. I think that what it does to our spirit and our soul and everything, and it can soothe so many things. And also, you know, I was with some friends last night, and I don't have many friends, but I'm starting to now for some reason. I think it's my new move, living downtown, and younger people too, who are struggling in life, trying to figure out life, and that's what I feel. Even at 76, I'm still struggling to do new stuff and trying to figure out life, and so it seems I can relate better to people who are starting that instead of feel, well, I'm done, now I'm just going to relax until I check out. You know? And I want no part of that, but that's a biased viewpoint. So we all have to figure out our own way to get through all this nonsense. And that's the challenge. What's the best for you? And that's why I really feel that there's help for any kind of thing you really want to do. You want to sit and do nothing, then actually you can do that in the government program. We used to go on vacation with the government. We used to take all our kids, we take all of them, 2 kids, and we go on archaeological expeditions for free. We had to get there and stuff, but it was really fun. You know, Outward Bound will charge you tens of thousands of dollars for that. But what I want to talk about today is really repair, home repair. I get so many people now, members are talking about home repair. And they got to fix a home, and, you know, or not, or they're elderly, and they got to make it adaptable, you know, for what they need. You got to pay for heating, got to pay for this, a new porch, roofs, new roofs. You know, they always go. I don't know if you can hear me okay with all these planes. We're near National Airport, which is the airport for Washington, D.C. in Northern Virginia. So I don't know, you see a plane up there? I don't see it. Hey, let's go, you please. Let me know if you're if in the group. A while ago, I'm pretty sure I signed up. I can't tell you, Mary will have to. Go to letsgohelp@gmail.com, and that goes to Mary, and she handles all that kind of stuff. I could barely.
Why do you have that outfit on?
It would be silly.
Okay, well it
is. There's a guy in a wheelchair, actually, he's a little mean, and he just likes to call me you dress like a fool. Anyway, but back to home repair grants. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places, and I have a report, if you're a member, I give you a report on how to find all the places in the home repair grants. But there's 2 places that people don't realize, and I forgot recently. One is Medicare. Okay, so if you're on Medicare, there's a plan there. If you get Medicare Advantage Part C. Now, Medicare is pretty complicated, but if you have Part C, you probably know. And if you don't and want to figure it out, well, call Medicare. And actually, every state has professional people that will help you with Medicare or any kind of health care plans if you're a senior. And that's called SHIP, S-H-I-P. I forget, Senior Health Individual Plan, or SHIP. So just put SHIP in your state and make sure it's a .gov or a .org. And they have free experts that help you decide on sure. So they could help you if this should be part of your Medicare or not. And it offers aid for modifications based on need. So, I mean, there's all kind of qualifications you have to know about, but they do have home modifications. So I guess that's you have trouble getting up the stairs and things like this, and so that's a disability. Now that's different even. There's disability programs definitely for home repair. There's lots of those, but this is just for Medicare. So that's another source. I mean, you could get 3 or 4 people paying for the same thing if you know about the program. So call your local Medicare Ask them about, you know, the um, aid for modifications, so home modifications. So that's what you want to find out, because see, all these things are different depending on state and everything. So you have grants from Medicare that will help you. Well, also grants from Medicaid. So if you're on Medicaid, there's another program, and it's called a Medicaid waivers. So they have a lot of waivers for certain things, and this gets more complicated because it's different in every state. So you got to find out what's in your state for that. So you call your state Medicaid office, and this is called a waiver, and it's based on service waivers, community-based Medicaid home and community-based services waivers. Okay, I'm a waiver. So you hear me sitting on the chair. I'm a waiver, so that must be what they're talking about. Okay, Medicaid home and community-based waivers. Home and community-based services waivers. So that's free services that you don't have to pay for. They're called home and community-based services waivers. And that will pay for help. And it's really to keep you out of a nursing home and stuff like that, where they have to pay a lot more money. So that's why you have to check with them. So that's just the start. And the other places, every state will have home repair money, no matter what age or what, you know, you're ill or not ill, or you're, you know, it's usually an income requirement, but the income requirement can get pretty high nowadays, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. I've seen some up to $100,000. So they're usually, if it's a home repair grant, they're usually, you know, an income requirement, and it's different. And in your state, they'll have 5 different programs, and each will have a different income requirement. So never assume that you know one income requirement for one home repair. That's all home repairs. That's absolutely nonsense. That's like my favorite saying is, all blonde women are dumb. That's absolutely nonsense. So you know a few. Man, I know a few redheads that are dumb as shit too. So you can't say things like that. And that's what's important. So that's why if you think you know the requirement, forget it. Forget it. Just look for the program and see what that requirement is, because that's the only requirement. Call to action. That's the only requirement you want to know, is the one that you're eligible for where you are. You know. So anybody else says anything about a requirement or you know, what you need or what it's for and everything, that just ignore it. Say, that's nice, maybe, but you got to find out what you're eligible for and what those requirements are, because every program is different. That's why we can't really keep applications. We just show you where the applications are for this kind of thing that you need money for. And that's what we do, to keep, and the applications will change hourly. Now, you know, I told you a video I did recently about businesses and grant money for rent and mortgages and stuff. They're changing the requirements almost every week, making it easier because they can't get the money out fast enough. That's the problem. Now the government is stuck with an incredible problem, is they can't get the money out fast enough because it ends at the end of the year. Some of them, I mean, before that. So you got to jump in line and find out where these things are and start applying and see if it's you. Okay, also you have to start using your phone. If you're not using your phone, you know, sometimes you really can't use your phone, and so you don't. But as many times as you can use your phone, you have to. That's the most important thing. Now, a lot of people, even our members, call or ask us about what do I say, how do I say it. You don't have to worry about anything, how to say something, what to say, or whatever. Here are the 4 things you should remember when calling a government official on the phone. Whether it's there's 2 kinds of government officials. From your legislature, that's the elected officials, and then the administration. They're, you know, agencies and departments and things like that. You know, the SBA or Social Security. They're not elected officials. You know, your congressman, senator, and state representative, those people are elected officials. They're different. Your elected official has more a motive to help you, okay? because you vote for them. And they have a better insight to the bureaucrat officials because they pay the bureaucrat salary. You and I don't. We pay taxes, it goes to the Congress, and Congress decides how to spend it. And they're the ones that actually write the checks for the bureaucrats, like at the SBA. So that's why the SBA now are all the government officials like that in the departments and agencies have phones for customers, but they have special phones for the elected official because they want to please the hell out of them. Because when they vote about their wages the next time they talk about the budget, they want everybody to have a good feeling about their agency. So that's why they go to the front of the line. But if you can get it solved, directly from the agency itself, good. If you can't, then go above them, and that is the elected official. Now, when you call the elected official, here are the 4 things you want to know. Be nice, be human. Don't be a robot. You want to be human. The more human you are, the easier it is for them to help you because they want to help a human. They don't want to help a robot. Like when you feel you're talking to a robot at Comcast or something, you give a shit for these people. You feel empathy for a person. So if you have trouble and need help because you have trouble, you want to make them feel you as a person, not as a professional robot. So you want to be more unprofessional than you can possibly think of. Hope you're there. So you want to be most human as you possibly can. So then they could relate to you and try to help you. Now, the third thing you want to do is don't ask for a grant, okay? Don't ask for a grant because there's so many ways these people can help you. And if you say you have a grant, can you help them with the grant? They may feel uncomfortable that they may think that you want to actually fill out the form or something that's illegal for them to do or whatever. No, you don't never ask for money, a grant or anything like that. You just say, I need help. Because if you ask for a grant, then they'll find out a way to say no and get you off the phone. And it's harder for them to get rid of you because they know so much more about everything than you do. And so if they're any kind of human, they'll want to figure, okay, what can I do to help this poor soul or whatever that is really in trouble, and I may be able to help them. And see, that's why they go into this business. They're able to help people. That's why it's called public service. Public service. So they're serving the public. They're there to help the public. Yeah. So that's why you say, hey, I'm in the public and I need services. I just need help. Can you help me, please? That's all you have to do to start. They'll ask you, well, what's the problem? Well, I can't pay my bill. My child can't do this, or I've divorced. My husband is an asshole. Whatever you want. Yeah. And you take it from there. Never ask for money. Say, do you have any? Okay, and then they say, oh, ma'am, sir, I had no way I could help you, whatever. Well, then at that point, they're ready to say they give up on you and not help. You go and say, hey, one other question. Is there anybody you could think of that may be able to help me? Because see, they work in the government. They work every day, 24 hours a day. You're trying to use the government maybe the first time in your life. You don't know shit about Shinola. These people live, breathe it, and everything. They hear things, they know of things, or they ran into things before. And to have them stretch their mind to see if there's somebody they could think of that may be able to help you. And then you could follow up and try to contact them. That's the real way to get things done in your life, is as I believe. We don't teach those in school. We teach you how to search the internet. Bullshit on the internet. And if you want to spend money, then you search it. You want to find something to buy, you search the internet. Yeah, and that's fine. But the stuff that you're after that's not on the internet, the government doesn't even know they have it. So you have to dig down in the government, to find those great little bureaucrats who know about that program and will share it to you because they're special and they can help you. It's a human nature to want to help people. You got to give them a chance to help you. And the way you do it is, number one, kind. You know, ask for help, not for money, because that's a greedy son. And you have to be because you're in trouble. So it's understandable, but try not to. They don't know. They're coming out of, you know, you come into the life out of left field, and all they hear, give me money. Yeah. You don't sound like the highlight of their day. You know, so that's why you have to be finesse this, realize this is a people business, and because we have a complex society, it becomes more of a people business to learn about it. It goes on, and people that are not computer literate have this side, you know, is easier for them because they're used to doing that, because they're not convinced that everything is some magic website they just fill in the blanks for. You know, you have to find where the magic website is first. That's the hard part, and the easy part is filling in the blanks. So, but finding it, and that takes people. So that's where you have to learn to do all these, whether it's a grant to fix up your house, or money to put a new roof on, or you know, God, we had a member I was helping with yesterday. Man, the water is coming in through their doors, you know, because of their porch and things like that, and they get flooded every big rain, and they don't have money to change this. So, you know, they're living 2 feet above the floor, or whatever the heck it takes for them to stay away from all that water. But it's all about perseverance, learning new skills, and the skill, learning a computer, which nobody will, you know, if you haven't done it before, it takes a bit to get used to. But really, the skills you need to learn is just dealing with people. And we all have done that. We know how we want to be treated. Well, that's easy. We just forget that because we don't have to do it. We think we have to just go on the computer because the computer is trying to make it. But when you find the right, you need people who know. And that means getting phone. And that means calling people. That means being nice. That means sending thank you cards. Because once you find somebody at a place like that, man, you have somebody to call. I mean, these people, I mean, you read our test FaceTime with me or something. But these people and the personal phone numbers, they want to help, but they have to know you as a human, you know, not as somebody who's angry the government is just screwing them over. Who wants to help that? Yeah, I don't want to, you know, somebody who thinks I'm an asshole and is screwing their life over. You want me to spend time with you? No, I could just hang up the phone and let it ring. Yeah. On another phone call and find somebody who's nicer to for a while. That's why what you want to do is so nice they don't want to pick it up and yell at them. Yeah. Another thing, and life is that way. That's why you have to be human, understand the human. On November by hospital, I'm 75. Will I get heat fixed by November? I don't know. You got to start losing the sources. I have a video of places. I'm not sure what you said you need fixed. The heat? I think that's what you said. No, your heart fixed. I mean, we'll get heart fixed in November. I'm not sure what you already said. I guess if it happened November, whatever, you already have the procedure set up and the hell. Now the problem is after that, what the bill you're going to get. And first of all, don't pay upfront any bill you get. You want to investigate that sucker. These charges up the yin yang, and that's very negotiable now. So just don't take any hospital bill and say, oh, everything's negotiable, and healthcare is so screwed up. That's even more negotiable. Like that. Yeah, there are non-profit organizations that help with that. I don't know them off the top of my head, but any place you ask for help, make sure it's .org. .org. Nobody else. .org. Maybe there's good .com ones, but don't trust it. It's not worth it. There's too many good .org ones that will help you. Just I'll in the park. I can remember my name. Want me to remember a half a dozen websites beyond the call of my duty or anything I could possibly. It's understandable. You gotta, if you remember, I have this checklist. You could do another place to go is go to. I am on, right? Okay. I don't know what's going on, but I'm losing. I think I take off. I think somebody's trying to call me and it's getting all screwed up. So I'll talk to you again. Look in the description. I have all the websites you need. If you're looking for my stuff, that's in the description. And I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.